Hello, welcome back to The Observer. So let's continue on with where we left off. Might do a bit of recapping. We're basically just going to interview everyone on the ground floor. A headless corpse laid in apartment number 7. Unable to identify the victim, Dan assumed the worst, but the murder seemed to have been committed before Adam's distress call. Clinging to hope, Dan heads back into the building's twisted hallways to find out what happened to his son. First order of business, find the woman who called the victim. Her initials are HN. So if you remember, we're the Observer policemen in 2084 have the ability to jack into the neural implants of people who have had cybernetic augmentation. And the reason for that is because they've gone through 2 world wars. Or 2 nuclear wars. Sorry, not world wars. Oh, they were world wars. And 1 ground war. The ground war was in between. And there was a plague called the nanophage. So let's continue on. What is it with these bathrooms? I know this is... Oh, we're in C section. So just to give a bit of background, Polish has cut themselves off from the rest of the world. The 5th regime of Poland or something. I can't remember what they call it. And it's kind of ruled as a disciplinary democracy, where it's enforced social class. So there's class District A, District B, District C. You, the observer, come from District B, and you're allowed to go to C and B. You're allowed to jack into anyone from B and C, but you got to get their authorization.
Hey, you there! Come here, quick!
So this guy we're coming up against, his name's Bogdan Jaworski. I know this because of the guest book.
What's up with the lockdown? Is it the phage? Was there an outbreak?
So they're afraid.
Well, I can't rule that out. For now, you better stay in your apartment.
Well, what the hell else am I gonna do? Wait, why am I talking to you? You might be infected! Get away from me!
So as you can see, there's much paranoia. Now, the nanophage, because... so 91%, I think it's close to 92% of people are in the C district. So very few people are in the B and A districts. And the nanophage was a digital virus that was able to mutate. Is there anyone in 3? Yes, there is.
KPD, I need to ask you some questions.
Do you know what's going on? My holo projection got cut off. I can't get a signal.
The building is under lockdown. No external connection. Not much we can do.
Shit. Sounds serious. So, you wanted to ask me something?
Do you know who lives in apartment 7?
7? I didn't even know anyone lived there. Hey, you wouldn't happen to know when they're gonna fix the connection? Not that it's like super important to me or anything. I just need to know.
I'm not sure if anyone even knows we've been locked in. It might take a while.
Oh, God. I mean, sure, that's fine. It's just, you know, the apartment feels very small all of a sudden. Kinda claustrophobic. Is it hot in here? I'm sweating something awful.
Just take a deep breath. It's going to be fine.
Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? I'm just gonna sit here and wait for them to fix it. Can you talk to me some more? It makes it kind of easier.
Well, what do you want to talk about?
Yeah, you know. Gorski the Giant was fighting Killer Cromer today. You an AMA fan?
Not really. Sounds like you are.
Of course I don't know who won since my projector went out. Why are my hands shaking?
You been living here long?
Oh, well, it must have been at least 7 or 8 years.
Ever had a lockdown before?
I don't think so. I don't remember my projector going off. Ever.
Sorry, I don't have time for this.
Oh, okay. I understand. It's no problem. I'll just sit here, alone. God, I'm really starting to sweat like a pig.
Hang in there.
So if you remember, my observers have two visions, biological and electronical. So I'm just going to analyze this. And basically it says that for every door. So there are most of them stipulated with Chiron technology. Chiron rules the world. Having said that, it's run by a board member, and there's a board collective that nominates a chairman. So as I said, the nanophage is a digital disease that sort of mutates the nanobots inside to attack the body, and so it's really a digital disease that has it turns biological, and it keeps creating and mutating these little microscopic nanobots, and they make the skin that's surrounding the augmentation go gangrene. But then it becomes biological because people have fevers, they don't feel well, they start sneezing, and it becomes airborne, and you might actually catch the either the biological form of the disease, or you might catch someone else's nanobot, and it becomes because it's also transmitted digitally. So we're in a tenement building where not only does the shutters come down, all the doors locked up, because basically it can go through and decimate the whole population. So not only does it do that, no one can get out of their buildings. We were, because we were able to hack and get out. But also all the signals get cut off. So people that are wired in suddenly are left alone, and this causes a great big paranoia. Plus there's rumours that those that come in to clean up to find out who's infected with the phage, there's various stories from burning to all sorts of things, inhumane tests that are done on them. Anyway, this is the next one. So that guy that we talked to was Marian Pozorski. This one is Stanislaw Mirsky.
KPD, I need to talk to you.
Get away from me, man. I got a piece on me, and I ain't afraid to use it.
No, you don't. Now calm down. I'm just looking for some answers.
Oh, I know how you get your answers. I got nothing to tell you.
So everyone's paranoid because they think that we're part of the cleaners, and they're really we're part of that process. There's a lot of rumors about the cleaners. So if you come in here, you can pick up now this is what the nanophage looks like. It makes the skin go all gangrene and yucky. As you can see, ready for disposal. So you can collect all these pictures and photos. Alright, so we're going through quite a bit. Going to go to number 6. We talk to Tom. What is it? Tom Sadowski. Now he's got a bit of a mobile going on here, so I might just scan this one. Is that Clara? Unlicensed modification. So, something a little bit weird there.
Hi, this is Tom.
And Irene!
We hope you're having a positively peachy day.
Oh, we sure do!
Sadly, we're not in right now. But you can leave your message after the beep, and we'll get back to you as soon as we're home.
Yay! Oh, I mean, beep!
Oh god. I swear they've got the virus. Let's stop them. So this is where the crime scene happened.
This just doesn't feel right. You're still alive. I know it.
So the dead body is still there. That was his headless corpse. The person died an hour before we got the phone call from his son. I actually forgot to show you this. This is pretty cool. This is a this is a holographic library. A glitch in the system, a brief history of the nanophage. Oops. Sigmund Freud's psychoanalytic theory. The future of robotics. And Takashi Shina Forensic Genetics. The DNA Blueprint. Magical Engineering Volume 7, John Dabowski. I think these are real books actually. An Uneasy Alliance, History of Cybernetic Augmentation. Linda Dr. Rowe. Oh, that might actually come on later on. Human Consciousness, God's Creation, or Evolutionary Accident. Nanotechnology in Modern Medicine. Alyssa Ellison. One Way Street. Musings on Artificial Intelligence. The Wind. Good grief, what's wrong with that one? The Wind Up Soul. Okay, so that's all that. And no, Stricazine isn't there. So if you remember, observers, they sort of go psychotic, or anyone with a cybernetic implant has to keep injecting themselves with a special mixture. You can also turn the fan on. Don't know what the big deal of that is, but just thought you'd like to know that. Oh yeah, that's right. There was a reason why I came in here. Oh no, I took it. Huh. Last time it didn't take the head, but now it's remembered that I took the head. Okay, let's go. Continue on. Or a trophy. I took a trophy. So we'll go on to this one. This one is Peter Pasternak.
What? What do you want?
Got a minute, sir? KPD.
Oh God, they're here! The cleaners are here!
See? Everyone's mistaking us for the cleaners. Because the cleaners always come after a lockdown to investigate who has the phage. And it's hard to... There's no cure for the phage, you got to remember. Because you can't differentiate which nanobots are okay, which ones aren't. So the best they can do is amputate a part of the body, hopefully in time, that's infected. But that has a very low success rate. Basically, nothing at all. There's this nanophage book all the time. I can't remember. Sorry, no, it doesn't look. I wasn't sure if there was any photos here, but it doesn't look like it. Number 10, is anyone there? No. Number 9, yes. There is. Oh, this guy's a good one. Roman Kowalski. Let's listen to him.
KPD, I need to talk to you.
You broke it! No, you broke it! Nuh-uh!
Will you get these kids to shut up? I'm fucking talking here. Yeah, what's this about?
Okay, so KPD is Cacao Police Department.
Do you know the tenant in apartment 7?
Dad, Tommy's picking on me! Shut up, snitch.
I thought I told you to shut up!
7, huh? Nah, can't say that I know the guy.
Okay, so it's a guy.
Yeah, well, seen him once or twice. I might have a vague recollection.
Could you give me a vague description?
Maybe. What's it to you?
My son might have been staying in that apartment. I'm trying to find him.
Well, why don't you tell me what he looks like? I'll let you know if it rings a bell.
We lost touch. It's been a while.
Huh. Sign of the times, I guess. See, I'm a family man myself.
You shut up. No, you shut up. No, you.
I swear, if you don't shut up this instant...
Yeah, I can tell. So, can you describe him or what?
Young, probably in his 20s. Medium height, medium build. He wasn't very memorable.
What type of description is that?
Is everything all right in there?
What? Oh, yeah. You know how kids are these days.
Do I?
Yeah, you gotta be strict with them, or they'll just walk all over you. Usually, I just sit them down in front of the projectors, keeps them nice and quiet. But the thing just went and died on cheap American crap.
Well, could you keep it down a bit? The building is under lockdown. People are on edge as it is.
Is that so? You think just because you're a cop, you get to boss me around? Tell me how to raise my kids?
Did I say that?
I got my pride, you know. I'm not just some bottom feeder. I work for the corporation too.
You do?
Yeah, I'm in the repossession department.
Daddy's gonna get you. He'll cut you up like those other suckers. Dad, Tommy's trying to scare me.
What did I say? Don't make me come over there.
So, yeah, we'll talk about this in a minute. This is.
So how's that working out for you, Repo Man?
Best fucking job in the world. They just give me a name and the implant serial number, and I take back what's owed.
You make it sound so easy. What if they refuse to give it back?
That's when I get my toolbox. I'm telling you, the look on their faces, it never gets old.
So basically, he is a killer. He's a hitman. He's.
Have you seen anything suspicious around the building? Any strangers skulking around?
Nah, I don't pay much attention to the other tenants. Bunch of losers. A lot of.
You are so dumb. Not as dumb as you are. Nuh-uh, you're way dumber.
Shut the fuck up!
Not upstanding citizens like you.
You bet your ass. Good thing we'll be getting out of this dump soon.
Is that right?
Yep, I've been working my way up. I even filed for a status upgrade. Once that goes through, we'll be moving to a B-class district in no time.
Yeah? Good luck with that.
Technically, it's possible, but it's very, very unlikely. C-class people never get to go into the A-class district. They might get into. Normally, they're just C-class people allowed to get a working visa and get into the B-class. Difference is this guy is a ripper. They call them rippers. They, from what I can understand, all augmentations are on some sort of pay-by-unit. And if someone can't afford or something's gone and the part needs to be repossessed, this guy comes in and literally takes it out, which would probably kill the person if anything. So Yeah, it's a bit bizarre. And you got to remember that everyone that's on the other side of the doors that has cybernetic. We talked about it before that there's a disease going around called augmentation, something augmentation syndrome. Basically, they convince themselves that they would be better with an augmented part, but that actually exists in today's world as well. There's a body integrity deficiency or something. Basically, you convince yourself that you would be better with an artificial limb. So people amputate their own arms, or they go find a doctor or somebody that will do it on the side. Again, there is some mental treatment. We don't know exactly what's going on. We know this mental disease exists, but we don't know what causes it. Interestingly, some nature animals have it too, like octopus. If it gets some octopi, they get a virus. They eat their own tentacles. Birds will often take their own feathers off, and so a very severe form is when you are so unhappy about your body that you want another. You want an artificial limb, you think it's going to be better. And most of the artificial limbs today, they carry Wi-Fi, and you can charge your iPhone and all sorts of things. So to some degree, we're heading down this way. I saw a cup holder that you could put as an artificial arm. What are we up to now? We're up to 11, no. We're up to 16 next. Wow, this goes on. Then there's a photo somewhere around here. Oh, it's Tricazine.
Synchrosine collected.
Synchrosine. Keep saying it wrong. Oh, don't think it is, bro. Yeah. That's all I can find for now. Oh, I can hack this. So most of the people behind the doors are actually mutated from the nuclear war, the two different, or they have war injuries. So you have people that wanted to improve their life and there was nothing wrong with their limbs, but you have those who were generally. Now this is very interesting. This door shut, but we're in lockdown. So how did that door shut? Number 13. So this guy's evidently a hacker and able to get out of that door. What were we after? 16. And a remote control car. So there are a few hackers. Oh, here's the picture I was looking for. So again, you can see the phage. Does that guy have an implant in his head? Or is that just a phage? Don't know. Alright.
Is Mom gonna be alright?
Now we're starting to hallucinate, I think. I think that's us just hallucinating. It is possible that that's not by Corin. It is possible that somebody generally has the phage, and when we came down, it has literally locked down the building. Let's cut on here. So we're going to read a couple of things first. So this was undelivered. It wasn't able to go out. The following message could not be delivered to one or more recipients. Blocked by Coronet Firewall Diagnostics. My dear Annie, by the time you read this, I will no longer be among the living. The details are not important. Just know that I went out on my own terms. I won't ask for a proper burial. God knows you don't owe me anything. And by the time the cleaners are done with the place. So for some reason the guy expected, because I don't think it's natural process for the cleaners to clean up a dead body, so I'm guessing that there might be the phage here. I doubt there will be anything left of me to bury. Just know that for all my faults, I have always loved you, just like I loved your mother. When the disease took her, a part of me died that day. Simple displays of affection became a foreign concept, a painful reminder of what I had lost. It does not justify what I've put you through, but it is the truth. I am so happy you've managed to get out of this hellhole and find someone worthy of your love. I will wish you both all the best. Love, Dad. So evidently his daughter got out, and it probably pushed him into wanting to do this. But evidently his daughter fell in love with someone in District B and was able to get out. Annie. Voices from below, don't believe their lies. The plague is still out there. Again, this guy's convinced that the plague is still very much they never eradicated it. And we get to play a game. So basically with this game, for some reason I'm trying to you're supposed to could have probably done that better just by running straight along. Anyway, and this one is level 1. Basically, you just got to collect all the coins and kill. You got to collect the sword before you kill the spider. You can't kill the spider, just run him around until you get to the princess, and that's it. You can only do two games. All right. So now, are you ready? Well.
Fuck.
Not many people see the dead body there. Remove your implants. So which I don't know why, because unless if he has implants on the top and I just can't see it. He's dead. But there's no implants in this guy at all that I can see. So, I don't know what the story is there. But he committed suicide and he's dead, so we seem to be freaking out a little bit. We only have one more area to go.
Janitor left the door open.
We're nearly finished. So you can come in here because the janitor is not here and snoop around, and then the game will give you a scare the dickens out of you by having the janitor come up behind you, or you can just come down here and see what he's up to. Hey! Hi! You trying to open it? Hey!
Hey! There you are.
You. I remember.
Oh, good. Tenant!
You keep records of your tenants. I need to match a name to an apartment.
Register. Office. Authorized. Personal only.
I'm a police officer. That's authorized enough.
I know what you are.
Oh, yeah?
Back during war, took one alive. Sent for one of you to get into his head.
If you're worried I'm gonna snap, don't be. They don't even let us carry guns anymore.
Not worried. Past worrying. Past most things.
So observers, if they jack into mines too much, they usually, because we're not designed to be able to share each other's memories, we usually lose control and we become psychotic, especially if we jack into dead people. So what the government did, or what Chiron did, is they got people to keep check on the observers' welfare status, make sure that they're taking their synchrosine drug, and also to make sure that they didn't carry any weapons on them, so that they weren't a threat.
You fought in the big one. Is that why you got all this junk in you?
Plasma sweep. Hit our convoy. Barreled through armor.
Sorry, I didn't mean to bring back memories.
Yes. Memories.
So yeah, get up on him, and we'll talk about this real soon. This is actually quite creepy.
What can you tell me about the tenant in apartment 7?
Tenant?
Yeah, tenant. How long has he been living there?
Yeah. Maybe longer. Not good with time.
You ever talk to him?
Didn't get out much. None of them do.
All right, Tin Man. Let me know if it comes back to you. Something triggered the lockdown.
Trying to get it open. Rudy and I.
You think it might be the nanophage? You had any recent outbreaks?
No. Last one. Long time ago. Down by the river. All the implants. Bad. The implants.
Can we lift the lockdown from the inside somehow? Or get a message out?
No. Keep people in. Isolate, accommodate, alleviate.
Yeah, we all know how that last one used to work. You take it, Rudy's the robot.
Multifunction service and maintenance. Drone. Don't lose it.
What?
Wanders off. Sometimes. Need to track manually.
Wanders off sometimes. We'll talk about Rudy in a couple more later.
Anyway, how about you show me that register now?
Tenant. Name.
All I have are initials. H.N.
Match. 2 entries. Elena Novak. Apartment 104. Hannah Nader 106.
Thanks. I might need to see that register later. Can I use your office?
You can. Office. Unlocked. Don't make a mess. Okay.
I'm gonna go nose around. Can you give me access to the rest of the building?
Assistance. Unstable. Unlocked. What I could.
Thanks.
Even if
Sorry, I didn't even get your name. I'm Dan.
Name. Janus. Like a Oh my God. You know.
Good to meet you, Janus. Stay out of trouble.
Out. 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 Out.
Not quite there, is he? His voice isn't there.
Get out.
He is intellectual on the inside. So, what I'm going to do is use my... outdated model no longer supported by coroning. Now this is all the implants that Janus has inside him. But if you actually load them, structural integrity compromised. Lubricant leak detected. Nanite instability detected. Now that one's more scary because that's could be an indication of the nanophage right here. Exposed wiring, risk of electrocution. And I think you can... And even his brain is in his own maintenance period. So what would happen is the Ground War, soldiers were just decimated. It was brutal. And they didn't really have... I'm going to actually inject myself because I'm going to have too much glitchy of screen.
Yes.
Synchrosine injected. Strain level decreased.
After you've seen a dead body, you should really... So as you can see, full clear vision now. After you've seen a dead body, you should inject yourself. Nothing happens if you don't. Just the screen gets all glitchy. But you don't die. And yeah, so there's no extra achievements for not doing it. So with the Ground War, imagine Normandy Beach, they just ran into their death. And they were recycling soldiers because they didn't have enough people. So, and they were recycling augmentation. So people would have their own implants recycled, put back together, recycled, off you go again. But sometimes they would put soldiers back together with other people's recycled augmentations. And before we talked about the Ripper, who, if you weren't paying enough money, they would just rip that augmentation out of you, but they would then use it for someone else. And when you got things like the brain or other parts that are being augmentated, yeah, that's starting to get really creepy on a scale that not many people realize. All this stuff that's going on. So I think there's a few things in here. Just quickly check. This is his office. He makes toy planes. This is something that he does to sort of like cause himself a little bit of peace. And again, this book which is going around, I'm guessing it's trying to it's like a manual, I guess, to keep everyone informed about the phage. I'm thinking. This is these dog tags. A neo-pagan should look it up. What's that? And he evidently had a congressional manor. Don't know how much of Janus is in there or someone else is in this.
Synchrosine.
Is that right this time? And we can access the computer. Request denial. Dear Mr. Jukowski, while we all greatly appreciate your exemplary service and the sacrifices you have made for your country, the VRI policy enforces a strictly proactive stance on helping our brave veterans reintegrate with society. Regular coverage requires a deed of permanent B-class employment. presented to our representatives on an annual basis. Your current janitorial position simply does not qualify. So Janus could only keep his augmentation maintenance, veteran maintenance, if he permanently lived in B class, but he doesn't. Given these circumstances, we must sadly deny your claim and therefore forced to terminate your participation in the program effective immediately. As of today, the Veteran Pension Fund will no longer cover periodic maintenance of your cybernetic prosthetics. We wish you all the best. The Veteran Rehabilitation Initiative. This is an automated message. Do not reply. Enough. Alright, this has gone on long enough. Veteran or not, I don't give a crap anymore. One more message and I'll find you and beat the crap out of you. My mother can no longer take this. She's sick of telling you over and over that her husband, my father, died 18 years ago. She's moved on. We all have. No one wants to live in the past to constantly relive a tragedy. So for the last time, Mike Jaworski is dead. He's been dead for a long time. Have someone type that into your busted head of yours. I don't care how you do it. Just remember this time, even if it's a toss-up between this and remembering when to take a dump, because the next message you send her will earn you a broken jaw. Consider this your final warning. So, Janus keeps. Looks like he's actually messaging either a veteran buddy who he thinks is still alive, but his mind's not all there. And so, even though his mind's there to write a message, his mind's just not understanding concept of someone dying, and so he keeps sending the same email over and over and over again, which is driving that guy insane, and it's causing a lot of emotional issues for the mother of that veteran who died. And he probably remembers because he's got a bit of him inside. Yeah. That's tragic, isn't it? Look at all the birds now. This is crazy. There's a story behind all those birds. We'll talk about that later too. But if you go over here, I think it's this one. Might be. Yep. Sorry, I'm trying to lift this. Far out. Why do they have to make these so hard? Right. Look at the nanophage on this guy. Wow. Seems to have hit the head quite a lot. Well, that's it. I'm going to leave the video there. Sorry it was a bit of a long one, but we had to essentially get that. We're about to see another murder scene. Ugh. So, 2 dead bodies. One was a suicide though. Maybe. Join me next time for the next murder. Until then, bye for now.